What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video in the Road to 1 Million series, where I document our journey from $0 to $1 million in revenue, wholesaling real estate, and with our software. So today, I was reading this book right here, actually. Let me get it for you. Called Talking to Humans, recommended to us by this fellow over at the entrepreneurship school at my college. And we told him initially about our idea and conducting market research. He reminded us that market research is crucial and that you should be in front of people, not just doing surveys. And so this book talks kind of about how to conduct that process. And so there's a few interesting things that I've noticed since starting it. It's super short. I spent like 45 minutes on it earlier. Probably gonna finish it up here tonight. And one of them is that people don't really understand a lot about themselves and or about like themselves and their ability to like predict the future of how they're going to use products or if they would adopt a product to begin with. So it has like these funny little sketches where it's like where it highlights some of the major flaws that a lot of entrepreneurs make when conducting market research. And that is typically based off of getting overzealous about their idea and not about the truth of solving problems. So like this one, you really think this idea is cool? I can't wait to tell my co-founder that we're ready to quit our day jobs. And bro says, I was talking about this iced coffee, but sure, your idea is cool too. So if you have an agenda and you're trying to pitch all the time, you're trying to pitch your idea to all these people, you're trying to pitch your business, trying to pitch how you're going to change the market, change something crazy. Of course, like most good-hearted people are just like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's cool. They don't know that much about it. They don't understand the vision, so they're just going to tell you off and say that's nice. But where the true useful information comes in is through observing their behavior and through asking them questions about exactly how they conduct their business and exactly how it relates to the product that you're going to create. For example, today we didn't even mention what we're building and what we're trying to do with the market until she asked us much later. And we're like, oh, we kind of just dropped hints at it, but we didn't go into any amount of depth. But the wholesaler that we were talking to today, she brought many good points that we were like, okay, this is a clear bottleneck. And she expressed negative emotion talking about some things, which you can't pick up during a survey. So her one of the things was how annoying she finds the Facebook process to be, so she doesn't do it because it's full with scammers, and how tedious it is to match the buyers to the criteria of the property and that sort of thing. But also, what we wouldn't have picked up on is that she doesn't find the dispo process to be particularly tedious because she has a few buyers in the Milwaukee area that she uses. But what she did say, she's expanding into other parts of the state and other markets, and she has no way of getting new buyers for that, other than she's just going to reach out on Facebook and then probably like do some things with her other CRM, like XLead, that sort of thing. But we wouldn't have known this if we had came in and be like, oh, what do you think about our email blast feature? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? And we asked her like, have you used any AI? She's like, oh, I haven't done it yet. It's like a lot of work, but I probably should, like, because everyone knows that they should be using it, but they don't, because it's annoying to adopt if you don't know what you're doing. If the AI doesn't have the context and you have to manually put it in every time. Guess what? Here's my deal. Here's all the information. Here's the buyer. Here's what I've done with them in the past. Here's this. Here's that. Nobody wants to do all that shit. Ignore it. But if it were to take that data that's already there for context and use it to communicate and use it to transact, it'd be much more efficient, which is kind of our idea. So that's all for today. No new revenue. Still, it's gonna be a lot of no new revenue for the foreseeable future. But once we start getting funding, I'll start talking about funding as well, because at least it's some sort of number to change and grow over time. How about them Warriors, bro? Steph Curry, man. Insane. All right. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys on the next one.